She's a better teacher than I am. Now look at the question 11. Does that look familiar? I'm not telling you lies. I'm trying to help you, but a lot of you guys don't put enough effort, but I'm trying to help you. Right? Look at question 12. Does that look familiar? You guys are here. You guys are learning stuff like this. And all the stuff is on that. And I'm not teaching AP Pre-Calc yet, but I'm teaching a lot of stuff you guys don't know yet. And you guys may feel like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to fail you. No, I'm trying to help you actually. I'm trying to help you get a scholarship. And I don't try to fail you. I don't try to fail any of you. If you guys on the rightward trajectory, for example, Jada is in the rightward trajectory, Bennett is on the rightward trajectory. I'm not failing them. I'm giving them a C to start with. And then I'll go from there for them to build up there. You guys have to try to reach for A. A is not going to be easy in this class. B is okay. C is probably most of you guys can do if you're on the right trajectory. I look at trajectory at the end. At the end of the grading period, I look at if this person improved or not. And that's a way I determine that if I give you a C or I don't give you an F. If you're improving, like Jesus, Leah is improving, Bennett is improving, Jada is improving, but there are some people are not. There are some people stay the same or worse. So I cannot give you a grade. The way I'm gonna override your grade is I look at the rightward projective. You have positive slope on your grade. It's really easy. I'm not unreasonable. Okay. So, but yeah, in order to get A in my class, it's gonna be difficult. I don't give you A's. You have to earn it. I'm not like your math teacher before. Give you an A just because you're nice. Oh, you're a good kid. That's not gonna happen with me. So let's talk about linear system. So what we just did is actually a system equation. That's an introduction. Now, the system equation is basically best thing is, I don't remember, there was a slope of A. Let me write it down. Slope of A and, oh, slope of 2, sorry. And y, oh, sorry, and the point is 1 comma 8. And it's 1, 2, 2, 1, right? So this is the line 1, and this is line 2. Okay, so those are the basic information that we draw. Okay, so now what other situation that they can give it to you? They can give you a lot of different situations. So this becomes y equal to, sorry, y negative 8 equal to 2 times x minus 1, and this one is going to be y minus 2 equal to negative 1 times x minus 1. And this becomes an equation. You can graph it. You can look for intersection. Intersection as solution of system. Okay. But before we talk about system, I would like to mention something else on SAT as well. Do you guys remember parallel and perpendicular? Okay, so let's start with that. Before we talk about system, I want to talk about perpendicular and parallel. So let's just say, can you find equation of line? Find equation of line that is perpendicular to 2y minus 5x. I'm just naming an equation equal to 10 that pass through 1, negative 7. You can give me any form, perpendicular. You can give me point slope form, slope intercept form, whatever. But slope intercept form, point slope form is the easiest. Find an equation of a line that's perpendicular to 2y minus 5x equal to 10. That is passed through 1 -7. This is another question that you're gonna see on SAT. They can show up as parallel or perpendicular, but I'd rather do perpendicular because perpendicular is extra layer question. Parallel is gonna be require some slope. Yes. Bennett?
Is it y plus 7 equal to x minus 1?
-2x plus 1?
-2 in parentheses.
No. I know what you did. Yes.
Is the slope -2/5?
-2/5 x?
Yeah.
I don't believe it's a -2/5. Charlotte?
This is the slope 5/2x.
I know you're on the right track, but I don't like the way you say it. The slope is should not including x. Slope is a number in front of x. Yep. Look at it. First of all, you had to extract slope. So you extract slope here. How do you extract slope? There's three ways. You can find x-intercept, y-intercept, you can find slope. You can solve for y. You can divide it by 2, right? So y equal to 5/2 x plus 5. 5/2, done. And then you want that perpendicular. Oh, wait, what did you say? -2/5. Oh, you're right. You're right. I didn't think about perpendicular. So this is m. So actually, Charlotte's wrong also. Right. Thank you. Sorry. So m is equal to 5/2. Now m perpendicular, if you want to go with perpendicular, is -2/5. And then just apply to this point. So y plus 7 is equal to -2/5 times x minus 1. And then you're done. You build an equation. You can find the other two forms. You just distribute, you just multiply. You can find the thing to that. Does that make sense? I'm moving on, okay? Perpendicular is, okay, so perpendicular is called opposite reciprocal. You have to remember those two words. What is opposite reciprocal? Reciprocal means flip the 5/2 to 2/5. And opposite means that you put negative sign in front of it. So it's going to be -2/5. Does that make sense? So opposite is -5/2. And then reciprocal is 2/5. So you kind of go into two processes to get to the perpendicular slope. Now, if a parallel, you use the same slope. Are you following me? Astrid? You have to know this. This is Algebra 1. I'm just reviewing for you guys. Opposite reciprocal. Next, they can have parallel. That means the same slope. Got it? Okay, next. What we're going to go through is they can have this, and then you say, okay, well, what other question they can have? They can have a company, ABC, and at year 2, the company is making $5 million. At year 7, the company is making, I don't know, $15 million. Oh, actually, not do 15. 15 is not fun. At year 7, which is 5 years down the road, is making 12 million. And assume that this company trajectory is in a linear situation. Now, those question can ask you a few different ways. The question can ask you how many different ways. They can ask you, how much money does this company start with? Like, what does that mean? Y-intercept. Good. They can ask that way. How much money does the company start with? Right? So that means when year is 0, that means the y-intercept. They can ask you how much money making, how much progressing each year. That's what? What is it? Slope, because that's something per year. How much money per year? Is that okay? They can ask you at year 10 how much money they make. That means you have to build equation, plug in 10 for x. Am I going too fast? You guys all understand this or no? So they can ask you all different ways of word problem. You have to understand the slope, you have to understand y-intercept, you have to understand x-intercept. So they can say, okay, how much money company start with? Then you have to say, oh yeah, well, there's just 2 coordinates. This is 2, 5, and this is 7, 12. You have to recognize that. If you recognize that, you can build equation of a line. Does that make sense? That's how you translate from the word problem to math problem. Now, do you know how to find line? If you find line, can you find y-intercept? That means 0, 0. If you find slope, do you find out how much money they make per year? More than last year. Right? Am I going too fast? Yes.
So with like the year and how did you know which one's X and which one's Y?
Oh, the first thing that they give it to you is the X. So year is the X. So you actually plot in, this is called year, this is maybe revenue. Like this. So it's gonna be 2, 5, and 7, 12. Like this, whatever that is. And then once you find out the slope, that is how much they increase per year. So slope is something per year. If the keyword, if they were asking slope, it would be something per year or something each year. Okay, does that make sense? So today's homework, I will give you maybe airplanes descending. In 3 minutes, it's descending till 25,000 feet. In 15 minutes, descending to 10,000 feet. And I will say how many, I will ask you all different questions. How long take to land? That means the x-intercept because you're landing. And you're looking for the x-intercept. That means plugging y equal to 0. There are a lot of information can be asked on a word problem. Matter of fact, on line equation, you are gonna get probably 4 questions on SAT. 4 questions on lines, minimum. Sometimes it may be 5. Okay, so if airplane is descending, so is airplane distance descending? I don't know how to write descending, but whatever, I just scribble. So it's descending from, let's say, minute 5 is like 25,000 feet, and the minute 15 is 20,000 feet. That's pretty realistic. What is that? That means coordinates. Does that make sense? If it's a coordinate, can I build an equation? If it's an equation, can I find out how long would it take to land? Then that means what? That means I'm looking for x-intercept or y-intercept. X-intercept. Does this make sense? You can find out how much they descending per minute. That's a slope. You can even start to find out where's the original height. There were so many equations can be asked, and there's so many things that can be thing. Usually it's in term money, monetary way, and or any other things like this. Today I'm gonna pose those questions. I'm gonna give it to you. See how far you can handle. Okay. All right. So I'm not gonna go through the math of this, but I'm just go through the comprehending of this.
I think I missed it.
No. You come in this afternoon
During lunch or what?
after school. Okay. Everything okay?
Yeah, I was just about to.
Okay. All right. So now we're gonna go talk to about this. This is called a system equation. A system equation is something that you are gonna have two lines and you're gonna form intersections. Now, how many ways to solve system equation? Let's just say I'm gonna review all the question. So it'll be 2x minus y is equal to 10. 3x plus y is equal to 5. How many of you guys don't know how to solve this? Raise your hand if you don't know. Shh, I don't want you to solve it. I want you to figure out what x and y is. But if you don't know, raise your hand. So that way I know where you are. And it's okay to raise your hand. You don't? Okay, that's fine. Anybody else? I have one person raise their hand.
Raise your hand if you don't know.
Yeah. And it's okay. It's not embarrassment. I won't make fun of you. I promise. I'm trying to be helpful. There are at least 2 questions on SATs to talk about eliminations and substitutions. And this should be done in like 5 seconds. You don't know how to do it, Ian?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I need people who don't know how to do it. Anybody doesn't know beside one person, it's okay. Raise your hand. No? And that means I don't have to teach it if you don't raise your hand. Raise your hand if you don't know. You don't know? Huh? No, it's okay. Just say, I don't know. No problem. Don't be afraid to. I think the problem is you guys are so afraid to show other people you are weak. It's okay. You don't know how to solve this? Okay, good. Fine. I appreciate that. Armin's very smart. He got an A on the last test. Or the test before that. 84 or something like that. I don't know. Something is pretty high grade. But he said he don't know. That's fine. Anybody else doesn't know? Astrid? Neil? Thank you. There's no shame to say, I don't know how to do shit. There's a shame that if you fail the test. Now you told me I don't know how to do it. I don't give a shit. I'll help you. Sorry, live streaming. No, I don't. I'd rather help you right now. So just say, dude, teach me. I remember there's a scene like in the video scene in the movie, and this lady doesn't know how to use copier, and she just like right there trying to figure out how to use the copier. And the person, the corporate lady go up to her. She's like, "Do you know how to use copier?" She's like, "Well, the corporate says, if you don't know, you don't know. You ask me, and I'll teach you. That's becoming more efficiency rather than you wait there sitting to figure out by yourself. That's inefficient. What's more efficient is you told me you don't know, and I help you. Everybody need to learn this culture is this way in this class. I really don't give a shit what you don't know. Ask me. As somebody in calculus last year, I swear to God, she doesn't know how to multiply 32 times 8. I helped her pass the AP exam. But she didn't tell me until the 11th week. I was so mad at her. I was like, why don't you tell me the first day I met you? So tell me if you don't know how to do something. I'll help you. Okay, so this is the best to use system equation. The system equation to solve x and y, that's much faster. And if you learn system equation, you can learn it quick. System equation is like yin and yang. Oh. It's like yin and yang. And this is the analogy is probably easiest way to decide for you. So you create a yin and yang. You look for the yin and yang. The yin and yang have exactly same amount of black and exactly same amount of white. And you look for that. You look for that because you see here the x, 2x and 3x, they are both black or they both white. I don't know. I don't care. However, decide that because they're both positive. Right? So you're looking at exactly the same thing. So you look at the y. See the negative y and plus y? They are yin and yang. They can add together, then they can cancel each other, reach harmony. So 5x is equal to 15. You add them together. And the x is equal to 3. Now plug in 3 into here. So 2 times 3 minus y equal to 10. 6 minus y equal to 10. Negative y is equal to 4. Y equal to negative 4. Now you know how to do it. I'm going to give you new questions. You can also do substitution, but substitution take longer on SAT. So you don't want to do substitution. We did a substitution on the last questions. Now substitution is good for the highest level questions, which is harder question. Okay, so I'm going to give you a question about, I'm going to look for the question. Hold on, I'm using my phone to look for the question. I don't want to hear you whisper. Ask. Raise your hand, says do. Something I still don't understand. Monsieur, help me. Safa, help me. Charlotte, help me. Neil, help me. It doesn't matter. You ask me to help you something, we'll help you. Okay, so pizzazz. I'm gonna give you lots of worksheet over the weekend. And you guys gonna have to master this really quick. If you need help, ask online, ask people how to do it, because we're gonna go do some those things really fast, because this is all algebra 1. So here's a question for you. Give me a second. Let me look for the right one. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a harder one. So x plus 2y is equal to 6. 5x plus 3y is equal to 2. Now you gotta make the yin and yang happen. So you can multiply the equation by positive number or negative numbers. Again, how many people don't know how to start? Raise your hand. Jada, that's fine. Sarah, Jesus, that's fine. Here, what your goal is looking for, whether you want to cancel the x or cancel the y. You want to find one that's more efficient. In this question, there's one variable is more efficient than the other. Because all you got to do is multiply by one equation by negative number. And then that variable will be gone. Emerson, you should have raised your hand if you didn't know how to do it. It's okay. You look at me, you don't know how to do it, but you didn't raise your hand. There's not a goddamn shame to says I don't know how to do something. It's pretty shameful. You have a teacher like me still fail the test. Sarah, do you know how to start? No, her. What do you do?
Multiply the top equation by -5.
Very smart. Why? Because you just create, look at this. You have 5x, right? And you can do it to the y, but you have to do two operations. You have to multiply the first one and second one. But in this case, I multiply only the first one. Why? Because I create the yin and yang. Because if I multiply by here, guess what? That's going to be -5x minus 10y minus 30. And now I'll just add those two equations. That's going to be -7y is equal to what? Y is equal to 4. Boom. X plus 2 times 4 equal to 6. X equal to -2, I think. So -2 comma 4. This week, you're going to have a lot of exercise. You're going to have to go through them. And you have to master the skill. That includes word problem. You better do this week's homework because this week's homework is going to be a lot. But you're going to master all the things on SAT. It's the fastest way to shorten your SAT skill. Increase your SAT skill. Is get elimination, system equations. You have system equation done, you are done 3 problems on SAT. Okay? Let me give you a harder one. If you don't know how to do something, ask. Now this is a positive. This is all review. That's nothing new. Just trying to help you so you can get way better. Now this one's much harder than last one because this one you had to maneuver 2 equations. You had to look at a common factor between 4 and 5 and 3 and 5. This is all algebra 1. This is not like any crazy math. This is the hardest one they can give it to you where you have to maneuver. Now there's a harder one, which no one knows how to do it here yet. Charlotte got it? No? Nathan got it?
Yeah.
Good. Emerson got it? Okay. Pick with Austin. Austin, how about Jayla? Sam? Got it or no? Marilyn got it? Katie? No? Help out each other if you got it. Rita, you need to know your multiplication. Do you remember the trick I teach you?
the
But right now, I'm just writing down the process.
integral plus 25y.
Oh, so they will be. That's what my question is. Okay,
Oh.
Charlie got it? No?
Oh, that's right.
Leah?
I've read the 16 as a class.
Neil? Safa, that table is okay? McKenna, that table is okay? Annika, that table is okay? Neil's got it or no? Neil's got it? Nice. Nice, nice. No, I'm proud of you. At first he didn't know how to do it. He raised his hand. Now you got it. That's good. Do not use substitution here. I hear word substitution. Substitutions work for harder problem, not this. This is an easy problem. I can give you a problem that you require substitution, but this is not one of them. I can give you a question with circle on it that you require substitution. Yeah, this is not. This is elimination. Just stick with elimination. On your SAT, stick with elimination. Okay, now you got it? Okay. Multiply the first equation by what? 5, and this is 3. Why? Because you don't have to maneuver negative sign. Because the other one, if you do 5 and 4, one of them need to be negative. So that will give you 25x minus 15y is equal to 80. And that's 12x plus 15y is equal to negative 6, right? So that's what? 37x is equal to 74. X is equal to 2. Plug it back in. Always plug in original because you don't want to plug in the modified equation. So that's going to be 10 minus 3y equal to 16. Minus 3y is equal to negative 6. Y is equal to negative 2. Now I'm going to give you harder questions. Now I'm going to give you a question that is the hardest concept in SAT for people to understand. Hopefully I can find it. Okay, there you go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this is the question. Now this question is gonna set up in 3 situations. I'm gonna tell you. Those 3 situations are this. This system equation have 1 solutions, infinite solution, and no solution. I'm gonna write it down for you. This question is no solution. I want you to figure out first. Next time, if you don't raise your hand, if you don't know how to do something, I will embarrass you in front of everybody. I'll call you out. Trust me, you'd rather call yourself out than me calling you out. Me calling you out is not good for mental health. You call yourself out, it's make you a stronger person. I don't know how to do something, it's okay. I don't know how to multiply 2 numbers. Fine. Let's get somebody to teach you. Anybody know how to do this one? Raise your hand if you do. That's a lot easier than the other way. Raise your hand if you don't. Thank you. Now you raise your hand. So let's look at it. There are three situations. Let's write down those three situations. On your situation list that you're gonna get on a flowchart inside your head, the first thing that you should think about is if you have one solutions. One solution means what? Means all they gotta do, they have a different y-intercept. Different y, oh sorry, different not y-intercept, different slope, my fault. The second situation you're gonna have is no solutions, which is this one what we got. No solutions different. No, so not different. It's same slope and different y-intercept. So the situation for the first one, I'm gonna draw it to show you what happened. All they have a different slope. This line is gonna intersect each other for sure one time. The second time, the second thing that can happen for this situation is gonna be no solution. That means they must have the same slope, otherwise they will have some solutions. And they must have different y-intercept because they are like a train track. That means they never intersect each other. Third thing, what do you have? Infinite solution. That's actually, I think that's infinite solution. That means two lines on top of each other. The blue line and the red line, they are practically on top of each other. So that means same equation. Now you guys go figure out how to do this. The key word is solving for y. If you need to know how to do it, I will record it between now and everybody leave. Huh?
Are you after school today?
Yeah, I'm always here.
Okay.
You're supposed to take a test, though.
Yeah, I'll be here. I'll test.
No, you cannot take out B. Solve for y. Finding slope. Huh? I don't know, but I'll do the video. You watch it in the video. You can figure out your own. Possibly. Bye.
Take the test. We're moving everybody today to the practice, like the last test.
You got 79 on?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I remember people swore. I don't think you did bad. I don't think you did great.
Yeah.
It's below your standard.
Yeah.
That's not usual standard. I think you make a lot of careless mistakes.
Yeah, that's. I want to retake it so I can like fix those.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
I have a couple questions. First of all, is the test going to be on anything this week or just last week's subject?
No, the test you miss.
Okay, so it's
The
just that.
test you miss.
second
Whatever
one.
new stuff is on the video. Like
If I can't get a ride after school, can I come during 7th period? Or...
I don't know if I make the test or not because I have to redo the test.
So should I try to come in 7th period or not?
You can try. I mean, my 7th period is pretty chill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll
And
try to do that.
and by the way, I'm super proud of you that just able to raise your hand, and I don't meant to call you out.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah, because I think people just so fear of says I don't know how to do something. They rather pretend they know how to do something and they don't know.
Yeah, a lot of the time I'm like, oh, I think I know how to solve this, and I try to solve it instead of raising my hand, and I realize I got it wrong.
And yeah, and then just ask, and I think that culture want to establish, and that's what's going to be a successful culture is. If I don't know how to improve it, but I appreciate it. Raise your hand.
Yeah, all right.
Don't
Thank you
you
so
know?
much. Yeah, and I didn't take any offense. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Hi, Julissa. My favorite person. Yeah. Because you always smile. Not a single day I saw you with frown face. I never see you frown face before. But don't show me though. I don't think you ever showed me frown face before.
No.
You don't, yeah. And that's such an awesome attitude. I wish like everybody's like that. Everybody come in calculus like this. Like Yuri.
I mean, sometimes I
Right, Yuri? No?
also-
that's so sarcastic. I'm so happy. Woohoo. Oh no, you are one of those people.
Mr. B, have you ever seen me with a straight face?
Huh?
Have you ever seen me with a straight face?
You have a straight face, but you don't have a frown face. Hey,
Can I be in class today?
why?
Okay, but like, if I could, would you let me?
Yeah, why not?
See, hear that? Beta loves me. Okay, that's
Okay, Beta.
that's why.
Beta, come here. Beta, come here. Oh, go away. You too.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. What was your name? No worries.
Well, we're doing it at home.
Student, 1 minute remaining until class.
Oh yeah, the call line. I don't have to cut anybody off today. I was like, wait, stop. I don't have to cut anybody off. I just follow a line. I was so disappointed. I was testing my blind spot, literally. Huh? Oh, thank you. There's a SAT question on the board. I want you guys to try it. Number 9.
Seven or not?
I'm about to knock you out.
You wrote it himself.
Yeah,
I don't hear it.
I won't be surprised. One of the hardest thing in system is to figure out the situation with no solution, infinite solution, and the one solution situations. And this is one of the harder things to figure out. No, we just ask people to solve SAT question. I'm trying to do this video that have like the most intense crash course.
Which question?
Number 9. If you got it, raise your hand. You did? Okay. Linden? That's weak. 750. Come on, man. 720. Just deduct 30 points. Okay. Down, you got it? Alvin? I don't know, I didn't do it. What I would do is I always figure out there are three situations. One situation is one solution, which is different slope. That's usually the easiest one to determine. The second one is no solution. That happened to be a little bit harder. Now I'm going to teach you the longest way because I don't like to teach things short way. Is to figure out are they same slope and different y-intercept. And if I can solve for y, then I can figure out what their slope is. And I can figure out their y-intercept is. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say if I don't know how to do anything, I'll always just go in for solving for it. So by equal to negative 2x plus 10. And if I divide it by b, that's gonna give you y equal to negative 2 over bx plus 10 over b. So this is slope. Is that okay? Did I do anything wrong? So 4y equal to ax equal to 15 plus 15, and I'll divide it by 4. So that's going to be a over 4 is the slope.
Yeah.
Which one need to be negative? Oh yeah, there's a negative. Thank you. So guess what? No solution means they have to have a same slope, right? That means slope must be the same. Does that make sense? Is that okay? And if the slope are the same, they also say a equal to 2b. Can I substitute a equal to 2b? So I'm just going to be negative 2 over b equal to negative. I'm going to just get rid of negative sign on both sides. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's even easier. So that's going to give you what? 2 over b equal to 2b over 4, right? So cross multiply, 2b squared equal to 8b squared equal to 4, b is equal to 2. B equal to 2, guess what? Plug in. See.
I think you can also like plug in just numbers into the equation, see if like have to get the same slope. That's kind of allows you as well.
That's weak. That means you don't know math. You're trying to guessing and trying to get lucky. But this is how you think about it. Always solve for y. Figure out a slope. Look, they either have same slope or different slope. Different slope is going to be the one solution. But if you have no solution and infinite solution, they must have a same slope. But the infinite solution one is actually easier because infinite solution you just have to match up if they have the same equation. If they have same equation, they have multiple each other. So that's actually an easier way. So now the answer is 4. There you go. $50. I'm just kidding. That's how much I charge.
An hour?
$150 an hour.